Oh, hi, YouTube. I didn't even see you there. Remember me? I'm Silent Stormer, and I haven't made a gameplay commentary in, like, forever and a day, so if you don't remember me, I think the last commentary I made was, like, back in February, and it was, well, Soldier with the Black Box, and I'm sorry for the fact that this is, again, Soldier with Black Box, but whatevs. This is a good gameplay I could get. And, oh well, I mean, it turns out pretty well, and it's a pretty good long match, and I think you guys will enjoy my nice long commentary in this nice 18-minute long video. OMG, the longest video ever posted on my channel. So starting off the round here, where have I been? Well, let's see, I've been in school a lot, and I've been studying a lot, and I've been not making commentaries a lot, but for real, what I've been doing, at least in my free time recently, has been all about Android, and I know you guys may have seen this coming, especially since I was talking more and more about it in my other videos, but this is in no way going to take over my channel. No Android videos will be posted on this channel unless they are exclusively related to at least good gaming, not mobile gaming, etc., etc. And I'm not even sure I'm gonna do any of those. I doubt I will. But anyways, I've been doing lots of Android stuff, and for those of you who don't know, I mean, Android is a mobile operating system, just like Apple. What most people don't know is that Apple, what iPhone runs, actually has a name. It's called iOS, and the majority of people don't know that because the majority of people are like, iPhone, OMG, it's from Apple, must be good. But anyways, I'm not gonna go into my iOS versus Android rant. I will not. But so I've been doing lots of stuff with Android. I actually pretty recently won a free tablet from an Android news site, which was kind of awesome. I'll probably go into that in more depth in another video, which is kind of cool. I have been immensely enjoying myself in the past couple months, and there I get sniped in the head by a sniper while trying to fail rocket jump. But anyways, I've been doing lots of stuff with Android, learning the ropes. I've been getting better and better at it, and I plan to be going into it a lot more in depth this summer. But you guys probably don't want to hear anything about that, so I'm going to talk about what my plan for this summer is, gameplay commentary-wise. So, as you guys know, I've been away for a while. I was never that consistent even when I did make videos, so you guys are probably like, oh no, Silent's going to make 2 more videos, and he's going to disappear for the rest of the summer. Well, I'm not going to make any promises on how often I'm going to upload videos, or how I am, or what they're going to be of, but I'm gonna say that I am going to make a lot more videos this summer. School ends for me next week, next Friday, so that's pretty cool. I'm excited, and I'm kind of sad because I get to not see any of my classmates for the whole of the summer. I mean, some of them I'm just like, good riddance, I don't have to see you anymore, but then some of them it's just like, oh man, I'm gonna be bored at my house doing nothing but making gameplay commentary videos, etc., etc. So, school ends soon. I'm planning on making gameplay commentaries pretty frequently, especially since I'm going to have a lot more free time on my hands, and it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to that quite a bit. So, I am definitely planning on that. And I actually think that my mic was on during this commentary. I don't know why it was. I have no clue, but if you just heard a dog barking in the background, then oh well, I'm sorry. As I probably recorded this like over a month ago, and so if my mic was on, I really can't remember it. So that's pretty interesting. I can't remember any of this. But anyways, I have been enjoying myself, learning new things about Android, and I am gonna enjoy bringing you guys content. One of the things that I want to talk about in this commentary, other than, oh wait, first I'm going to let you guys see this absolutely insane Kritzkrieg, I think. Is this the insane one? Maybe it's not. There's a really insane one coming up where I get like 10 million kills, but that's, I guess, not that one. But anyways, the other thing I want to talk about is that E3 was this week, and it was a pretty cool E3. I mean, the main hardware developers, man, that's got one for a ride. The big three, Sony, Nintendo, Microsoft, surprisingly, there wasn't that much. I mean, like, even Nintendo, who has Wii U this year, it's like there wasn't much from them. Mainly because there aren't that many games for it yet. It's like the majority of, well, I guess I'll break this up into 3 different categories. So we're going to start off with Nintendo. So what Nintendo did at the conference was they talked about Wii U, which was pretty predictable. They were able to reassure, they reassured me that it would not just be another, oh, this is an innovative controller, and if you don't use it, then you're not going to be able to port any of your games over. They actually have what looks like a pretty normal, well, I'll say normal in air quotes, normal gaming controller with like dual analogs and such and so. And here comes an insane crits, I think. I can't remember. I guess not. I got 1 kill. Woot. There is an insane crits coming up in this video someplace, and like I said, I recorded this video like a month and a half ago, so I don't know. I don't know about it. But anyways, so I can't remember what I was gonna say. I was going to say, okay, Nintendo. They had that dual analog stick controller, which is something that lots of people were kind of worried about last E3 when they showed off the Wii U controller that was kind of unconventional. It didn't have a whole lot of, like, I mean, it had dual analogs, but they were kind of spaced out. They weren't full analogs, and since then they've redesigned the actual controller to be a little bit more functional. It's got normal analog sticks as opposed to like the 3DS slide pad. So, whatever. I think it'll be fine with the Wii U Pro controller. I think that's what it's called. And so, while they showed off the hardware pretty well, I mean, they showed off what it could do all right, there weren't that many games, and from what the developers have been saying, what other developers and companies have been saying, is that Nintendo didn't get the kits out early enough where there would be anything to show for. The really only game that had anything to show for was Zombie U, which actually looks pretty cool. It shows that the Wii U controller might not be just a gimmick, at least in hopefully most of the games. So that's pretty cool. If you don't know what the Wii U controller is, just look it up on YouTube. You'll see lots of stuff, probably some hate, but I think it's got very much potential. Like, if you watch some Zombie U gameplay, it's a zombie game, and like it combines the Wii U controller, which has a screen on it. I probably should have mentioned that earlier, but it has that, and it lets you scan stuff. It lets you look around for things in the environment. It lets you scope in through that, and yet the majority of the game is played on your TV screen, and so it's pretty innovative. It looks really pretty cool. I'm looking forward to getting a chance to at least try out the Wii U sometime this year when it comes out late 2012 apparently. They also announced some other games that would be coming to it, but they were nothing new. It was like Mass Effect and a couple other games like that would be coming to Wii U. But I mean, like, that's a big improvement. That's a big announcement. But it's not an original game. It's not something that's really, oh wow, look at what the Wii U can do. It's like, oh look, the Wii U can run Mass Effect, which isn't really all that impressive, and it probably should. If it can't run Mass Effect, then Nintendo has a problem here. But thankfully it can. So looking forward to that. So. Now let's move on to Sony. Now Sony's big deal this year was, well, they didn't have anything in the hardware division to show off. They did show off some pretty good titles. They showed off The Last of Us. Wasn't that Sony? Yeah, that was Sony. They showed off Assassin's Creed 3. I might be getting this mixed up. Assassin's Creed 3 might have been Microsoft. I can't remember. I didn't follow the press coverage that intensely, but I know that Sony, the big things with Sony this year were they were doing more Move titles, and honestly, it was kind of sad because they spent most of the time showing off a kids Move game where it was like, ooh, look, use the Move controller to, like, turn the page of a book and, like, sprinkle stuff on the pages, and it was like, ooh, yay, Sony, and so that was kind of interesting, but what they were really showing off, the only actual first-party publisher game, because they make lots of games because they've bought up so many publishing companies, is PlayStation All-Stars, which basically, if you've ever played Super Smash Bros., it's like Super Smash Bros., only Sony style. I'd say it's a little bit more hardcore than Super Smash Bros., because you can, like, it's got some more, I guess, traditional fighting gameplay elements, as opposed to Smash Bros., kind of like anything can happen style of gameplay, so that's interesting. And then here's an Uber where I just kind of went berserk. I don't know if I got any kills or anything. Nah, I didn't. So that's an interesting way to spend an Uber, but I did take out that sentry. I did take it out. But anyways, so Sony stressed a lot on that PlayStation All-Stars game, which is coming out for Vita, and they stressed a lot on that. Oh, and I forgot about Nintendo. Like, they actually had 3 press conferences. Like, the first one was all about the Wii U controllers. Second one was more about the Wii U games. And the third one, well, that was all about Nintendo Land, and, well, oh my goodness, I spent far too much time on that. What it is it's a Nintendo-themed theme park with, oh, wow, that was redundant. It's a Nintendo theme park with a whole bunch of mini-games from Nintendo's popular franchises. Nintendo loves mini-games, and frankly, I think if they're trying to make the Wii U a more hardcore system, don't spend an entire freaking press conference talking about mini-games. It's not gonna help at all. Oh well, Nintendo kind of goofed. They could have made this a really cool, not really reveal, but a really cool conference for the Wii U, and I think they kind of failed on that front by not getting the development kits out to the developers soon enough, and so that's really unfortunate. So then we're going to move on to Microsoft, and of course, no surprise, they pulled out Halo 4. It was pretty cool. I mean, it looks like it's going to be really good. I mean, it's got new graphics, it looks like it's got some new gameplay mechanics, new storyline. Master Chief is still the protagonist as per usual, and that's all interesting. It looks like it's going to be pretty cool. So, I mean, I really personally haven't played through any of the Halo games. I mean, I've played some multiplayer of it. I've played some of the multiplayer, and I hear some people like it. I mean, I'm pretty sure people like it more than Call of Duty, because at least the people who play it like it more than Call of Duty, because I'm pretty sure it's more tactical, not so much, ooh, I've got a FAMAS and I'm going to go kill everyone all at once. So, yeah, I mean, whatever. But, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to spoil what seems to be nice is that they didn't spend enough time on Halo 4 and went ahead and talked about Kinect. Woohoo! Okay, we get it, Microsoft. You've got this technology that no one is ever going to use practically in a game. It was cool 2 years ago and people thought, oh, it might actually do something. But as per usual with most new technologies, they're either ahead of their time or they just plain suck. And in Kinect's place, I'm not really sure which it is. I'm guessing it just plain sucks because there has been nothing happening with that platform for about 2 years now. So that's kind of sad, but okay, Microsoft. And then the other thing that they did was like, ooh, Microsoft Smart Glass, you can use tablets and smartphones to control your Xbox. It's like, and they were like showing how you could talk to your Xbox, like, Xbox, go to the ESPN thing, and then they showed off a whole bunch of new sports like channel apps that were on Xbox, and so it was like, woohoo, you can get sports. It's like, yeah, it was kind of sad. So, so none of the big three publishers really, or big three companies, big three organizations really did anything super spectacular this E3, which is unfortunate because Nintendo had the potential to with its next-gen hardware, and it didn't show off much, which was kind of sad. But the really big thing that happened this year was that Ubisoft actually stole the show, and it's not with Assassin's Creed 3, although that did look very well. They unveiled a new element of gameplay for Assassin's Creed 3. They had sailing in the game, which looked pretty sick, actually. It looked really cool. Like, the gameplay, like boarding other ships, shooting them down with cannonballs, it looked really cool, and it really, I think it will add to the whole American Revolution setting of the game. It'll make it seem a little bit more authentic, because I think I remember from one of the Ubisoft interviews that over half of the like war was actually like at sea in the American Revolution. So that's something I did not know before Ubisoft told me. But the big reveal at E3 this year was not Assassin's Creed 3. It was something called Watch Dogs, and if you don't know what this is, well, if you haven't heard about this, it's pretty cool. So the idea is that it's kind of set in a very near future / present day setting where all the cities are run by something called a CTOS. And what that is, well, OS is operating system. I'm not exactly sure. I think it's citywide or something, city something operating system. And so what it is, it's like everything from the traffic lights to the subway cars to the cell phones to the cell phone towers to like light bulbs to like everything throughout the entire city is run by a central operating system, and that is thus controlled by humans. And so the idea is that your character is sort of like a hacker, saboteur, who's supposed to take over this city and kind of rebel back at the government. And it looks really cool because it's kind of an adventure action game. It's not. It has kind of third person shooting elements in it, but the main part of the game is action adventure, not an actual shooter. And so it looks actually really cool because you can like hack into different stuff. I mean, you can also like kick some butt. I mean, you watch this guy like whoop the other guy with like a pistol and like a cane, and it's pretty cool. But you can hack into like basically anything you can see. And Ubisoft has apparently been developing this game for over 2 years and kept it under wraps until now. That was what was most exciting, is that there was really no other game at the press conference that at E3 in a whole. There was no other big game that we did not know about beforehand. It's like we knew about Halo 4, we knew about The Last of Us, we knew about PlanetSide 2, we knew about Crysis 3, we knew about all the big games except for Watch Dogs, and that was part of the big reveal. And this actually shows something pretty cool about E3, and I think it's gonna really like it really shows something about the gaming industry that's gonna come to pass in the next couple years. Is that I think, yeah, especially with these streaming, like you've seen streaming technology where literally providers can just stream the game straight to your TV, no console required. And I think that's where it's going to be important for these big three companies to start going into just game development and just making really good games. And you've seen Sony future-proof themselves that way, is that they've been purchasing a whole bunch of third-party publishers and making them first-party. And so Sony will be set in the next couple years. Sony will have it made. I think Nintendo needs to branch out a little bit and buy more studios. Same with Microsoft. It's gonna be big. You can see that because none of the big hardware things happened this year, and Ubisoft stole the show. And then I don't know why this fire animation's glitching out, because I'm obviously not on fire, but whatever. And so it was kind of an interesting E3. I mean, it showed something that's probably going to come to pass in the gaming industry in the next couple years, where hardware is slowly going to fade away, and it's just going to become an all-about stream. It's going to become just about games, and that's really how it probably should be, especially because I mean, that's how it probably should be. I mean, the point is playing games. It's not about hardware. It really isn't. And so that's going to become interesting in the next couple of years. I'm really interested to see where this will go. So that's kind of my little wrap-up of E3. There were some other notable titles, but I really don't have time to go into them, as this game is coming to a close, as you can see by the fact that the blue team is almost pushing their cart down into our red spawn. So that's pretty interesting. Yeah, that in itself is interesting. But I wanted to talk about, just for a second, I spoke earlier about how I was doing lots of Android things recently, and if any of you are interested in Android or Android news, then I encourage you to go and check out a news site that I write for. It's called teendroid.com, and if you're wondering why it's called that, it's because it's run entirely by teenagers around the world who are passionate, who are interested with Android, and it's all written by them. I mean, it's really cool. I've been writing for it for a little while now, and it's something that I've been focusing on recently. So if you guys are at all interested in Android as an operating system or as devices, whatever you want to know about, it's a pretty cool site. You can get app reviews, all kinds of stuff. I mean, if you're in any way interested in Android, just go check it out, teendroid.com, and the link will be in the description. Go check that out, please. It will help me out if you go check that out. So, I hope you guys have enjoyed my triumphant return to gameplay commentaries, and I hope that I can get this up to you guys pretty soon, as school is ending, and I want to get this up at least a couple days beforehand, because this is kind of important to me. I've been working on this for a while, trying to get back into commentating, and I hope you guys are glad to see me back. If you haven't seen me for a while, then yeah, well, none of you have, and I haven't been on Steam that much. The only people who have really been able to talk to me about gaming has been my personal close friends. And I really want to branch out back into my subscriber community soon and just get to see you guys and talk to you guys about gaming again. So leave what you thought about E3 in the comments. Tell me what you thought. Obvious spy is obvious. You never despise it. You never despise. Disguised as a scout. Oh well, noob spy is noob. Anyways, so I hope you guys have enjoyed this gameplay commentary. Please leave your thoughts about my return, about Android, about E3, about Ubisoft and Watch Dogs, about anything, about the upcoming recession of hardware in the gaming industry, and the prominence of games. And so, I hope you guys have enjoyed this gameplay commentary. Please like, comment, rate, and subscribe. I will be bringing you more videos very soon. Please enjoy the rest of the videos that I've had on my channel for a while now. And guess what, guys? Minecraft Journeys, it's coming! I have been working on this, not a whole lot, but I've been working on this, and it is coming, so I hope you guys are as excited as I am. Spoiler alert, it's gonna be awesome. If that's a spoiler, I sure think it is. And then my mouse kind of spazzed out here in the gameplay, and I just kind of like blew myself up at the end, but top fragging like a boss, and I will see you guys next time!